Well, honorable members, comment.
Yeah.
So I give the floor to Honorable Boma.
Chairman, this committee has the powers of a high court. Yes. And let me refer you to Article 1036, that a committee appointed under this article shall have the powers, rights, and privileges of the High Court. Kwame, I beg you. Rights, powers, and privileges of the High Court or a justice of the High Court at a trial for A, counsel, enforcing the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath, affirmation, or otherwise, and B, compelling the production of documents, and C, issuing a commission or request to examine witnesses abroad. That is unrelated to this one. So my comment, Chairman, is that the admission made by Mr. Vormawor with regards to the post on 24th January 2025 at 9:25 p.m., and I quote, "So all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay into the appointments committee just to get approved are those ones not affected by oral, ? Then the one that he's denying was also posted on the day after, 25th of January 2025, that NDC members on the vetting committee take money from Mohammed's ministerial nominees before approving them. The Deputy Speaker must submit himself to oral. Oliver Barker-Vormawor drops bombshell. He did not issue a disclaimer to that post to date. Chairman would say I shouldn't direct my question. He is before us denying the origins of this post, and this today is the 30th or 29th. 4 days after, he hasn't issued a disclaimer to this. He comes here to tell us that, he doesn't know about it. Can this person be trusted?
Look at it, Kwame. Look at it.
Mr. Chairman, if indeed is the case that NDC members have taken monies from President Mohammed's appointees, let them defend it. If it's the case that you, Mr. Speaker, with all your reputation, and you chair the appointment, the Privileges Committee, you are being accused to the extent that if nominees appear before us, you put it to them. Ask them. Yesterday, you asked Honorable Omane Boama, you asked Honorable Ajekum, you asked Honorable Kennedy whether they've spoken to you, whether you've taken monies from them, whether members of the committee have approached them for anything, and they denied. How fake and dishonest will be such a person who claims did not know the origins of this, and after over 96 hours, couldn't have issued a disclaimer to what he purports or not to have known anything about, Mr. Chairman. It's very, very sad and disgraceful for some of us to even pretend not to know the origins of this and to go and cover him up. I'm surprised.
We issue disclaimers.
Mr. Chairman, it is an afterthought on the part of Mr. Vormawor, and he must be made to pay the price for his sins, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I had wanted to draw the Honorable to the invitation. It's a legal matter.
Let a friend, just hold it. Let me take the last comment from Habib. Please, 2 minutes. Be brief.
Be brief. Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, mine is to just draw the attention of the suspect to the fact that and his counsel that the one he is denying, the statement that the state subject.
Mr. Chairman, I don't know whether I can intervene. I don't know whether my client is a suspect at this stage. With all due respect.
Subject.
Yes, I know
He's a
witness
subject,
at the
not a
bar.
suspect.
I'm sorry.
You see, Chairman, if you look at what he has admitted to having been attributed to him, that so all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the appointment committee just to get approval are those ones not affected by oral. The one he is denying is from a news agency, and it says Ghana Today, and the bottom they said Ghana's News. Media men and women are here, and the little journalism that I have also practiced. If you write something, because you wrote this on the 24th, they are reporting this on the 25th, and they are not, to quote you, there is clearly no difference within the two. Let me clarify. I'll clarify the difference. I'll clarify that there's no difference. The first one says that, so all the monies the ministerial appointees underline, emphasized by me, are being asked to pay to the appointment committee. Appointment committee emphasized to get approval. The one he is denying, that NDC members on the appointment committee, committee is comprised of both MPP and NDC. So if you single out, it's still the committee he's talking about. And then said money taken, and he said all monies paid to get approval. And he also said get approval. So when media men are reporting, you cannot say that this is not, you can say that this is not written on your website, like on your official Facebook page, but you cannot say or deny that this is not yours, because what you uttered on the 24th is what the media house have been able to write. And
Honorable
Chairman,
Member, conclude.
Chairman, and to conclude on this, I don't know why the majority whip posted that way. And the Minister of Road, I think he still enjoys doing his web job. That it is about the committee. It's not about NDC MPP. If he denied this, now you are okay. But he should be bold to tell us that he is actually apologizing and withdrawing, and that what he said was wrong. Not only wrong, was not true. And he should be bold to tell us that it was not true, and said he will never do that again. So he should sin no more.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I have listened to comments from both sides, but it is all coming back to what the lawyer is here to do on behalf of his clients. Honorable members, even in court, when you are cited for contempt and a lawyer appears for a client with an apology, that my clients want the opportunity to apologize to the court, you don't go further asking questions, apart from giving the opportunity for the apology to be rendered. So we are now at a stage where the floor must be given to Oliver Barker-Vormawor to apologize for what he takes responsibility for. And it is a clear signal to Ghanaians that what he posted, there is no evidence to that effect, that the committee members have taken money or demand money from any nominee of His Excellency, the President. So I believe where we are now, I will only give the opportunity to the ranking member briefly, and then move on to give the opportunity to Oliver Barker-Vormawor before us, so that we can listen to his terms of apology. Thank you very much.
Chairman, thank you very much. Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. Learned Counsel, I would need you to make certain clarifications, and upon those clarifications, I'm sure we'll be able to put this matter to a peaceful rest. I understood you to mean earlier that you were apologizing on behalf of your client on a post made by him, and then of course you had a disclaimer on another one. This committee, as Roxanne had earlier intimated, is only here to make preliminary determination, which determination would enable the chair of the committee very same to the plenary. Then upon that, Speaker would make a referral to the Privileges Committee. However, before that determination, and I must say here, at this point, we are trying to establish a prima facie case to mount that contempt application. However, if the subject is here to say, look, I am sorry, it ends the matter. There will be no need to make any referral. There will be no need to take the matter up at the plenary. So we put it to rest. Having said that, I need you to clarify, as I had earlier said. One, you introduced, and Leonard, before I get you to clarify, I need you to take note that certain matters that have already been introduced by you give rise to some inquisition. So in asking you to clarify, I'm giving an opportunity still for you, if you so desire, to put all strenuous matters that were earlier introduced to a peaceful rest, if you so desire. So one, you had said that your client was only a whistleblower, was being a whistleblower. To say your client is a whistleblower, meaning that he's exercising his right in law, having come across an issue, and as part of his democratic right and to enrich democracy, he has decided to blow the whistle. To blow a whistle must be founded on something. So, Learned Counsel, I would want the first point. Would you want to take away that aspect of your earlier submission to the effect that your client was a whistleblower? Would you want to take that away so that we can deal with? Would you want to withdraw that aspect?
Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, it is the last thing my client will want to withdraw. It is the last thing my client will want to. He's instructed me. I've indicated that as a citizen, either by law or as civic responsibility, he feels obliged to draw attention by any means possible to ills or ill wrongs going on. This is a great institution of state. And my client says that he saw something, he heard other things, he was worried, so he came public. It is the obligation of every citizen, as a citizen, not necessarily by law or the Constitution, to speak out to wrongs. If in the process of articulating that wrong, there's an assumption that he'd erred, he says he's prepared to apologize. It doesn't write off what he said, he saw, or he heard. So, with all due respect, Mr. Chairman, if I may just make a small point, with all due respect.
Mr. Atwata, hold on, sir. Please.
You have to let
Sir, Nana Ato Dadzie.
Yes.
Sir, all of us here, we come several generations after you in this enterprise of politics. At the time you served as chief of staff and even completed your tenure as chief of staff, I was still in school. Please. Sometimes the approach can get things out of hand. At this committee level, we have decided that if you are apologizing, then let us resolve the matter here. But sir, with the greatest respect to you, you had indicated that your client was blowing a whistle. I heard you. I wanted to give another opportunity by way of clarity, because in one breath you say you are apologizing for putting out a statement. And you're doing so because you don't have factual basis to put it out, or that there's no evidence to that claim. Look, if there is nothing to apologize and your client feels strongly about what he has put out, let us then proceed to refer the matter to the Privileges Committee, where he would have his right in law to come and defend himself, so that we know where we are going. But if you now say that, he is a whistleblower and exercising his constitutional right because he's heard something, he has to say something. Here, whatever that he heard, you and I know that in this country, Ghana, as particularly Accra here, people hear things every minute. Should we begin to be typing things that we hear? I've heard Kojo Mensah has done A, Adwata has done B, Ama Mansa is this. So we say that we are blowing a whistle. Then there will be chaos in the country. So, Leonard, with the greatest respect to you again, I know you are here on the instructions of your client. I'm asking you, would you want to take away that aspect of your submission which you condition on your apology, that he was acting as a whistleblower? Do you want to maintain it? Yes, no. I don't want to keep you.
No, please. We respect. 50 years at the bar. I'm entitled, with all due respect, to appear to understand the processes being here. Now, I was drawing, Mr. Chairman, I've tried severally to draw attention to the fact that we were invited here specifically to under Article 1036 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 14. That's it's stated here. This is why we're here. We have not been brought here under Article 124, which is the general realm of contempt against Parliament. Article 124 would have had the right, as Honorable Minority is saying, to explain everything. Now, I am worried for my client in the sense that this committee, or for that matter, the minority leader, is indicating that what they are doing is a preliminary, stage towards mounting contempt proceedings or a serious matter.
Not necessarily. I don't intend to cut you. What we are, wait.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
I know you've done 50 years at the bar, but your newer generation can always assist you and to freshen your law. So we can always come because you've trained us well, and we have what it takes to draw attention to some discrepancies in the law. So you've done 50 years. I respect that. But please pay attention to the proceedings. What we're saying is very simple. We've heard something. The committee has invited you. You have in fact given respect to the committee by appearing. The committee is finding out from you the posts. On this table, you have confirmed one post, you've denied the other. That is fair enough. Second, you are saying that the very post that you accept as coming from you, you apologize unreservedly. What we are saying is that to the extent that at this point you are rendering an apology, the matter dies and we put the matter to a peaceful rest. It doesn't travel beyond this table. However, in view of the fact that the very apology is laced with some conditions, we want to give you an opportunity again to then clarify. Because for me, if you maintain the position that, look, you were acting as a whistleblower and that you acted based on what you heard and you had reason to rely on it, we are both counsels. Reliance. Was it reasonable to rely on it? In relying on a fact, would you end up hurting somebody's interest? There is ability tests in law of torts that every student knows. At what point do you rely on a matter? No, Chair, let me finish with respect. At what point do you rely on it? The whistleblower law that you refer to, including your right therein, at what point do you invoke those rights? So I am just drawing your attention to all these matters to then invite you back to the earlier point. That are you saying that I am sorry, I shouldn't have posted this, let's end it here? Or you are now saying that you are a whistleblower, you've heard, and that as part of your democratic right, you have to. You, as a former chief of staff, knows all too well the effect of some of these statements on the reputation of the country and its institutions. You've been in government, you've been part of the national security architecture of this country, and you can tell the effect of some of these things on the very democracy that your client says he's exercising his right under. I would want to ask, based on your response to me as a final response, I would then be able to confer with Chairman, and then we know what to do. Are we accepting an absolute apology, unconditional apology, to put this matter to a peaceful rest? Is that where we are, Council? So that we know what we are doing. Are we putting this matter? Chair, relax.
Chairman. Ato, 1 second.
Please, you don't have the floor. Let's let him.
So, Leonard Counsel,
conclude.
Are you here with an unconditional apology on the ownership of the other statement? An absolute one, unconditional. Say so in clear language. Let's leave here. If you feel strongly about some other things that indeed you've heard and you believe that verily same is true and you believe that is your right and you have to express it, say so. Then that one you cannot be apologetic about it when you feel strongly that indeed your source is reliable. Then we can escalate. But as we speak, you are not before a committee holding contempt proceedings. No. We are doing preliminary verification, validation of what has come to us. So I leave the floor to you, guided by what I have just put out. Thank you.
Before you come in,
1 second.
Leonard Counsel, when you raise the issue relating to Act 720, I brought it to the fore that particular law, the Whistleblowers Act, laid down a procedure for a whistleblower to follow. And it is definitely not social media, because action taken at social media has its own implication, and somebody who really wants to act as a whistleblower has a procedure to follow in blowing the whistle for a necessary action to be taken. So I thought the issue relating to being a whistleblower has settled by that statement made by the chair. So I do not want a situation where issues relating to a right under the Whistleblowers Act will then again be a subject matter of discussion. So if he is here to render unqualified apology, then we'll give him the opportunity so to do, so that we can bring this issue to an end.
Well, Mr. Chairman, first of all, let me apologize for my lack of clarity to this committee. Maybe that's what's led to all this. But I did say, right from the word go, that two statements were made. The second one, we rejected completely. The first one, we said, yes, we made that post but it gave a certain reason and indicate that if that statement appears or seems to have,
Counsel, with the greatest respect, as we sit here, very respected senior citizens of this country are engaging us. We were initially divided on this matter. Please help your client. It's not a matter of Leonard. We respect you. It's because I'm sure he knows why he chose you. You are a respected counsel. This issue of if, are you rendering an unqualified apology? If not, let's close this matter. Are you apologizing and are you going to pull it down and all? Let's close this matter, because the speaker is of the view that we should manage this thing, and that is why we are managing. But you cannot continue. We give you the chance, 50 years at the bar, this at the bar. No, Mr. Nana, to does it.
I would have protest.
No, you can't protest if you want us to have one. No, because I've opened the window for us to solve this matter. This is not an NDC MPP matter. No, Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
with the greatest respect, I am. No. We want to solve it, but this is not a matter of 10 years at the bar, 50 years at the bar. We are solving a problem. We have no, please. Honorable, respected former chief of staff, respected politician and counsel. We are here to cooperate with you to solve a matter. We've also listened to good counsel. If you realize, both sides have come to a conclusion to solve this matter so that we don't escalate. I repeat, are you rendering an unqualified apology with the understanding from you that you are going to pull down the post? Yes, no. Let's proceed.
Yes.
Chairman, before we proceed,
Record that the statement that he admitted to be the author is the one that we are asking him to render the unqualified apology. The fact that he said, I am not the author of this particular statement, it is incumbent upon the committee to deal with it regarding whoever is behind the statement.